What's an invention that's still around today but has lost sight of its original purpose? Play-Doh was supposed to be a wallpaper cleaner originally. There are several drugs that would make the list. Cocaine and Viagra for sure though. Electric pen by Edison are now tattoo machines. High-heeled shoes. They were originally for men and used for horse riding, as the heels were supposed to keep the feet more secure in the stirrups. Now, they're just fancy women's shoes. Maybe it's been said already, Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper were originally marketed as medicine and health tonics. I believe Dr. Pepper's original name was something like Dr. Pepper's Health Elixir. Edited for spelling. Second edit, holy cow, came back to an amazing conversation. I'm trying to get to everyone's comments. I don't know if I can respond to everyone, but I'll at least leave a like. Kleenex. Its original purpose was to act as insulation and gas masks during World War I. After the war, its parent company advertised it as a way to remove makeup. Edit, added context for when this happened. Edit, fixed my grammar, you savages. For every pipe cleaner that actually cleans a pipe, 500,000 get twisted into children's art projects. Bubble wrap. It was made to be a textured wallpaper. MTV, aka music television. Viagra. It was invented as a blood pressure medicine. Nalgene bottles. The plastic water bottles that are popular with hikers, campers, or outdoor activity folks were originally created for use as medical scientific lab equipment as a lighter, shatterproof alternative to glass. Microwave transmitters were originally created to transmit radar signals in World War II. When a worker noticed that being near the transmitter melted a candy bar in his pocket, it led to the development of the microwaves that we use in our homes today. Super glue. I think it was originally an instant suture in medkits for soldiers in Vietnam. Edit, holy cow y'all, thanks for the silver, my first ever, the comments, and the further explanation of what superglue was supposed to be. I base my guess on the hard hat guy swinging from the I-beam commercial. Hitachi Magic Wand. It was originally intended as a massager. Phones. They're hardly used for making phone calls anymore. Menstrual pads. They were invented to soak up blood in bullet wounds. After the war, Kotex had several hundred tons left over and found that nurses had been using them as feminine hygiene. From Wikipedia, aspartame, https://n.m.wikipedia.org. Wiki aspartame was discovered in 1965 by James M. Schlatter, a chemist working for G.D. Searle Company. Schlatter had synthesized aspartame as an intermediate step in generating a tetrapeptide of the hormone gastrin, for use in assessing an anti-ulcer drug candidate. 53 He discovered its sweet taste when he licked his finger, which had become contaminated with aspartame, to lift up a piece of paper. 75455 Toron Adorayas Garin participated in the development of aspartame as an artificial sweetener. 56 Jägermeister used to be a cough-cold medicine to help keep mountain climbers in the Alps warm. To be fair, it still can keep you warm and it still tastes like cough-cold medicine. Not really an invention but IQ test. They were never meant to figure out how smart you were, they were for identifying students who may need additional help. Cereal. It was supposed to stop you from wanking if I'm not wrong. Edit, cornflakes. The best man at a wedding was the best swordsman the groom could afford. If anyone objected to the wedding, the best man would duel him. The honeymoon lasted a whole month after the wedding, where the bride's father would supply the groom with all the mead he could drink. Paintball guns. They were originally called paintball markers and were invented as a way for loggers and park rangers to mark trees for trimming, cutting down, etc. without having to walk up to each tree with spray paint or something. A couple of dudes who were using them started shooting at each other for fun, and paintball as a sport was born. In fact, some people still call them markers to avoid the stigma some associate with the word gun. History Channel, Discovery Channel, National Geographic Channel. Frown. The pound sign. Edit for non-us folks, the hashtag we used to call it the pound sign. Sort of still do, but mostly on automated phone calls. Edit 2, I get it Octothorpe. Duct tape, meant to cover holes in ammo boxes, so the ammo doesn't get wet. Cotton buds. Not meant for ears but for cleaning bacteria and removing dust. The dashboard. Originally it was a literal board of wood used to protect people from mud and debris from when their horse-drawn whatever would travel at gallop speeds. Now it gives me information about my vehicle's current state and provides audio entertainment. Lysol. It was invented in the 1920s as a vaginal douche. It was marketed to married women to cure the marital grief caused by a stinky hoo-ha. This article from Smithsonian Magazine. https://www.smithsonianmag.com. Smart News. Lysol's vintage ads subtly pushed women to use its disinfectant as birth control. 218734. https://www.smithsonianmag.com. Smart News. Lysol's vintage ads subtly pushed women to use its disinfectant as birth control. 218734 has great ads showing poor, beautiful, glamorous ladies whose husbands have totally lost interest in sex with them until they put Lysol up their vaginas. Eek. QWERTY keyboards. Originally meant to reduce chances of type heads getting stuck to each other on typewriters, now persist in touchscreen keyboards. Amyl nitrite, poppers. Originally a cleaning chemical, now a less than healthy way of making butt sex easier. Amazon used to sell only books. Graham crackers. Originally created by Sylvester Graham, who wanted to create a diet that was devoid of pleasurable foods. It is now used to create delicious snacks and is almost used exclusively for its pleasurable flavor. Bed warmers. They used to be filled with hot coals from the fireplace to warm beds at night. Now, they're mostly hung for decorative display. https://n.wikipedia.org. Wiki bed warmer #media file bed npanbavenzij.jpg. Antidepressants. It was found on accident in a study searching for medicine for epilepsy. At the same time, finasteride is a cure against male pattern baldness, which started out as a cure against the enlargement of the prostate, but is still being used as a cure against the enlargement of prostate. Edit. It was a trial for tuberculosis and not epilepsy. Slinky was originally meant to be used as springs inside sensitive boat devices. Mechanical engineer Richard James invented the Slinky by accident. In 1943, he was working to devise springs that could keep sensitive ship equipment steady at sea. After accidentally knocking some samples off a shelf, he watched in amazement as they gracefully walked down instead of falling. Along with his wife Betty, James developed a plan to turn his invention into the next big novelty toy. Source: National Toy Hall of Fame. https://www.toyhalloffame.org. Toys Slinky. Crystal meth was made by Germany in World War II to help soldiers last longer without sleep, I'm pretty sure. WD-40 aka water displacement. The 40th attempt. WD-40 was invented to keep the outer skin of missiles from rust and corrosion. Hey, missile skin. Benadryl was developed as a sleep aid, but its antihistamine properties were better. Also, and maybe this has been said, but the pound sign, hash, started as shorthand for pound weight, then commonly used in the 80s for voicemail access. Now it's used to light fires on social media. The microplane was initially developed as a wood rasp, but now it's used pretty much exclusively for zesting lemons and grating Parmesan cheese. The royal titles like Queen, king, duke, viscount, etc. The drug Accutane was originally developed to fight fast-developing cancers. It's now prescribed for acne. Believe it or not, Play-Doh was originally meant to be used as a wax-type substance to use on your walls. I don't remember for what reason, but then it evolved into a toy for kids. Edit. Thank you everyone, this is my most upvoted comment post anywhere. Duct tape. A million uses, never have I taped a duct. The smaller pocket in jeans. Pom-poms on hats were used by sailors so tell if their head would hit the ceiling or not, but now they are used as a decoration. Insulin, at least in the States. It used to be a life-saving medication and now it's a moneymaker. Feminism. Cell phones. The Second Amendment. Fidget spinners. Paperclip was originally designed to temporarily attach slices of dead trees together. Now it is the device used as an emergency opening tool for optical media drives. Dynamite. The Nobel Company invented this as an alternative to the dangerous nitroglycerin that was being used for mining. His invention made it to war and strayed so far away from its purpose that he, Albert Nobel, allocated his wealth to create the Nobel Peace Prize in order to bring good to humanity. Tea bags, originally just intended to be a smartly packed product sample.